I love Jesus, but I hate greedy people. Oftentimes, people don't really like going to church or even giving to the church because they feel like their money is being misused or mishandled or being stored up by the leaders. But listen to this. In 1 Timothy 6, verse 6 through 9, yet true godliness with contentment itself is great wealth. After all, we brought nothing with us when we came into this world, and we can't take anything with us when we leave it. So, if you have enough food and clothing, let us be content. But people who long to be rich fall into a temptation, entrapped by many foolish and harmful desires that plunge them into a ruin and destruction. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, and some people craving money have wandered from the true faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. So let's break these down. In verse 6, contentment is a theme that Paul develops elsewhere. For example, Philippians 4:11 says, not that I'm speaking of being in need, for I have learned whatever situations I am to be content. What he's saying here is that he can live with the little and he can live with enough because he knows that God is going to provide for him. Those who live in a way that honors God will be satisfied at the end of the day with the possessions that they have possessed a strong spiritual life. This could help us through a lot of hard life difficulties. Example, Corona. Some people have lost their jobs. Some people can't go to work. Some people haven't got paid in a month. If we learn how to live with the little and we give our faith to God, he will give us exactly what we need and he will provide it for us. But we have to make sure we're giving everything to him. In verse 7, it talks about the idea of bringing nothing with us when we die. Goes against what a lot of religious and false teachers think of. They believe that whatever they gain, they could take it to heaven, but it doesn't say that. In Matthew 6:19, it talks about how when we die, we can't take nothing with us. And this is a verse just emphasizing on that again. We can't take nothing with us when we die. So I'm not saying don't live a good life. If you live a good life and you want to collect things and you want to save money, that is perfectly fine. But if you're just saving money just to save money, then it's pointless. But if you're saving money to give later on to your future descendants, to your kids' kids, to your grandchildren, anything you want, then that's what a life is filled of saving. But if you're just saving to collect and to make, it's pointless. Believers are to be content regardless of their economical level. Either if they gain a little bit more, they lose a little bit more. They should be content with what they have with these worldly belongings. I want to emphasize this. I'm not saying that being wealthy is evil. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the true joy comes from knowing God and not through the obsessions of obtaining these worldly things that at the end of the day we can't take with us. Here Paul continues to be talking about contentment. This verse speaks the basic stuff about survival and the necessities and the aspects of how to survive with what we have. And here we talk about what are essentials. Essentials are the things that we need, not the things that we want. So we're going to be separating essential with wealth, or in more common words, needs and want. What we want is not what we need. What we want is to have $1 million. What we need is clothing, a house, food, water, clean water, somewhere to take a shower. Those are what we need. Paul also declares that the Christians that know how to separate from the needs and the want, they have this unique empowerment of sacrificing wealthy things that they know they could probably buy, but it's not essential right now, versus this is what I need right now at this moment. And honestly, we're going to stop right here. Today, I want to just talk about these 3 verses that we talked about, but this next week, we're going to be talking about the last 2. And if you get anything out of today, know the difference between your needs and your wants. Money is not evil. I want you to understand that money is not evil, but we're going to talk more about that next week. I hope you guys enjoy. God bless.